DisplayPort versus HDMI. Which one should you choose in 2025? You're about to spend hundreds, maybe thousands on a monitor or a new GPU. But wait, one cable decision could make or break your experience. Sounds dramatic? It is. DisplayPort or HDMI. In 2025, this one choice could define how smooth your games run, how sharp your Netflix binge looks, and even how productive you are on a daily basis. But which one is actually right for you? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which cable belongs on your desk and which belongs in the junk drawer. And hey, if you're using a $300 monitor and still rocking an old HDMI 1.4, we need to talk. Let's face it, we've come a long way from grainy VGA days. In 2025, we're dealing with 4K, 240Hz gaming, dual monitor workflows, and streaming in 8K. Your cable is no longer just a plug, it's a lifeline to performance. DisplayPort and HDMI may look similar, but under the hood, they're like comparing a bicycle to a bullet train, depending on your setup. And before you say it doesn't matter, they both show video, let me ask, do you use dish soap to wash your hair just because it's liquid? Here's how these two stack up. HDMI in 2025. HDMI 2.1a is now standard, supports up to 8K at 60Hz or 4K at 120Hz. Includes eARC, VRR and ALLM for gaming and home theatre setups. Universally compatible TVs, consoles and projectors. HDMI is like the friendly neighbourhood cable. It's everywhere, from your PS5 to your grandma's smart TV. DisplayPort 2.1 supports 8K at 165Hz, 4K at 240Hz or dual 4K displays. Features DSC, display stream compression with almost no loss, native support for daisy chaining multiple monitors, superior bandwidth up to 80 gigabits per second. DisplayPort is the overachiever. It's not here to blend in, it's here to dominate. Choosing the wrong cable could mean you're stuck at 60Hz on a 240Hz display. That's like buying a Ferrari and driving it in first gear. Forever. So, which one is right for you? Let's break it down. If you're gaming on a high refresh rate monitor, 144Hz, number DisplayPort wins. HDMI might limit your experience if your GPU or monitor isn't HDMI 2.1 compliant. Working on multiple displays? DisplayPort lets you daisy chain without chaos. But HDMI still wins if you're editing on a large 4K TV or need HDR features. NC Entertainment lovers, HDMI 2.1 is king for Dolby Vision, Atmos and next-gen consoles. DisplayPort, not so much in the home theatre world. Like humour, trying to hook your PS5 to a DisplayPort, that's like plugging a toaster into your car's USB port. Not gonna work, champ. Let's address the top 3 mistakes people make when choosing between HDMI and DisplayPort. Using old cables on new hardware. Ignoring GPU ports. Some GPUs offer only one DisplayPort 2.1. Choose wrong and your performance suffers. Buying cheap cables. Yes, that $3 cable on Amazon might look the same, but try running 8K through it. Your screen will cry pixels. In 2025 and beyond, DisplayPort 2.1 is the go-to for PC gaming, productivity and high-res setups. But HDMI is still the Swiss Army knife of media. Here's a rule of thumb. If you are, choose this cable. Gamer, editor, moderately video MI 2.1. Console user, HDMI 2.1 only. TV binger, HDMI Dual Monitor Pro, DisplayPort. So future-proofing means avoiding regret, and nothing hurts more than seeing unsupported resolution pop up after you drop $400 on a screen. But wait, what about USB-C? Is it secretly better than both? You've got the knowledge, now make the smart move. Don't just plug in whatever's lying around, choose the cable that actually unlocks your screen's full power. So, HDMI or DisplayPort? Drop your answer in the comments and tell us what you're using it for. Let's settle this once and for all. And if you think cables are boring, well, you clearly haven't seen what happens when you plug the wrong one into a $1,200 monitor. USB-C might just be the dark horse of 2025. Subscribe now because that video's coming next and you won't want to miss it. Until next time, stay connected the smart way.